What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another Pokemon Theory, where I like to take a look at some of the interesting Pokemon theories and mysteries that are present in the Pokemon universe. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the mysterious Black Tower, along with all of the strange things that go on inside of it. For those of you who don't know what the Black Tower is, in the original Pokemon Black and White, there were two exclusive locations depending on which game you were playing. Pokemon Black had the Black City, and Pokemon White had the White Forest. In Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, those locations were still in the sequel games, however they each had an expansion added to them. Black City received the Black Tower, while the White Forest received the White Tree Hollow. Both of these additions are very similar, as they both function as a sort of challenge tower type area. The player is tasked to reach the top of the tower and the bottom of the hollow, and the only way to get there is to battle through all of the trainers in the different areas of the building and the tree. For this video, I'm only going to be focusing on the mysteries of the Black Tower, and I'll be leaving the White Tree Hollow for another video. First, we should probably take a look at what kind of city Black City is. When talking to the residents, you get a pretty clear picture of the kind of people that inhabit this town. Many of them talk about how they want tons of money and material things, and overall, the city projects a very greedy and sort of shady and scummy vibe. The Black Tower is no exception to this, as many trainers who you fight in there seem to be of a wealthier trainer class and mention money a lot. They also mention winning some kind of prize at the top of the tower. Is it possible that there is some kind of money prize at the top, awaiting whoever reaches there? Well, we can actually gain some insight into what the mysterious tower's true intentions are, as throughout the first 5 floors of the tower, you'll meet a nameless investigator, who's also trying to find out what the deal is with the Black Tower. He talks about many of the rumors that he's heard, like that an anonymous company funded the construction of the tower. He also says that he's heard rumors that people are watching the trainers battle for their enjoyment at a remote location somewhere, and that whoever built the tower is looking for a trainer stronger than the champion. Later, once you make it to the 5th floor of the tower, you meet him again, and this time he says that he's uncovered the true purpose of the tower. He says that the real purpose of the tower is to gather data on Pokemon battles. He says that there's someone out there monitoring and gathering all of the data on these battles. After he gives you his newfound information, he then decides to depart from the tower in search of the White Tree Hollow. The player doesn't ever see him again in the Black Tower. So, I mean, wow at some of the things he says about the tower. Assuming that most of the rumors the investigator talked about are true, then this tower is really a strange place. An anonymous company funding the project who's monitoring all the battles that happen in it, and looking for a trainer stronger than the champion? This really is one of the more mysterious areas in the Pokemon games. Another rather odd thing about this tower is that the upper levels of Area 6 and higher are, as the desk lady puts it, outside of our administration, which means that the tower staff actually have no idea what happens up there and what kind of trainers are waiting. That strikes me as a little bit weird, that this tower has areas that are beyond the staff's administration power, which means that the staff can't moderate or control the upper levels. Before we get to some of the theories about all of this, let's quickly take a look at what some of the trainers you battle have to say before you face them and after you defeat them. They say many strange and interesting things that prove to be rather mysterious. Many trainers mention that the cameras are watching them, and some even say that the tower goes up into space, but there's one quote that really stands out to me, and that is of a young trainer saying that her sister hadn't returned yet after entering the tower. The trainer immediately jumps into battle, accusing you of kidnapping her sister. After defeating the trainer, she says that she's been looking for her sister a long time and will continue to look for as long as it takes. It's possible that maybe the trainer's sister got lost in the tower, because, after all, the thing is huge. But one of the more eerie things about all of this is that multiple trainers have this line of dialogue on different floors of the Black Tower. I find it pretty unlikely that all of these little siblings could get lost, so I'm leaning more towards the trainer being right and that somebody had kidnapped her little sister. Okay, so now that we've covered all of the strange things about the Black Tower, what does it all mean? Just what is the deal with this place? So, the first theory I've heard thrown around is that the Black Tower is almost like a Hunger Games sort of area, where trainers will come in and battle for other people's entertainment. This theory claims that the lower areas of the tower, the ones under administration, are almost like a training ground for newcomers. Once the trainers have proved that they are strong enough to get to floor 6 and beyond, they enter the floors that are not under administration, which some people have interpreted to mean that the trainers will battle to the death, similar to the Hunger Games. Honestly, I don't think that this theory is very plausible, at least the fighting to the death part. Pokemon would have to be pretty dark to have trainers fighting to the death, and besides, when you lose a battle in the upper floors, you simply white out and are warped back to the ground floor. This is one of the more out there theories, and I do have another theory to share that is a little bit more serious and plausible. I'll just cut right to the chase with this theory. Many people think that the Black Tower is a front for one of the evil teams. Now, which team would this belong to, I can't say for sure. Many people have theorized on almost all of the teams having funded it, but the most well-liked theory says that Team Galactic funded the building of the Black Tower. There isn't much evidence to say that Team Galactic is behind it, but many people have speculated that the trainers who say that the tower goes into space and similar space-related things are slight references to Team Galactic. Adding to this theory, it does kind of make sense that they would be monitoring and analyzing Pokemon battles to try and figure out their weaknesses and make a stronger team if they decided to ever return. Them trying to find a trainer stronger than the champion would make sense too, so that they could easily fulfill their plans without having to worry about a champion intervening and beating them easily. Another very slight thing that could hint to this as well is that Cynthia, the Generation 4 champion, has a villa in Undella City, which is in very close proximity to Black Tower and Black City. She says that she's in the town studying the underwater ruins, but perhaps she's really there to check out the Black Tower and make sure nothing bad has happened yet. This is all just speculation and theories though, and I honestly don't have a clue as to what the real intentions of the Black Tower are. The games really don't explain that much about it, and even digging further into the details and backstory behind it doesn't yield too much information. Thanks for watching this Pokemon theory about the Black Tower, and feel free to comment and leave your thoughts and your own theories about it below. I'm sure that many people out there will have better theories on the Black Tower than I did, so feel free to comment. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.